Now, once you've got all of your components together, your product, your sales letter, your graphics, etc., then it's time to put it all together. What you need to do is you need to put integrate your sales page with your sales process and your download page, and really sort of create an entire end-to-end sales process that works and make money. Now, it was important for you to make sure it all works. You don't want them to finish paying and then get taken to some page that doesn't show them anything, or the download links not to be sent out, and so on and so forth. It's very, very important that the entire process works from end to end. So you have to test it and test all combinations. Test the first upsell, does that all work? Test this downsell, test the one-time offer, test the autoresponder sign-up, etc. Make sure every component works, because then you are going to maximize your revenue whilst reducing your support issues. You also need to make sure that all the downloads work properly. Have they all been uploaded correctly? Are any of them corrupt? I tend to download every single product and open it, every single file and open it, just to make sure that it's 100%. Because I don't want people to be downloading these files going, oh, it's not working right. Because basically, I want to minimize my support issues. If I'm having to spend 3 or 4 hours every day answering questions and going, yep, sorry, that's broken, let me fix it, re-upload this file, etc., that's going to really mess me up. It's messing my schedule up. If I've done a big launch and it's all gone horribly wrong because I've not tested it, I could potentially lose hundreds and thousands of dollars. So you've got to be really, really hot on the testing, because if it all goes smooth and everything works, people are going to remember that and they're going to have a good impression of you, which is actually very, very important. Now, you also need to make sure that your site, particularly sales page, is keyword optimized, because obviously you may joint venture, you may recruit affiliates, but ultimately you want to be ranking high in the search engine, so you're enjoying organic search engine traffic, because that's where you're going to be making some sales. So you need to make sure that your site is keyword optimized. So this means your meta tags, your meta description, your meta keyword, your title tags. Make sure all the images in your sales letter have the proper alt tags and so on. And that's really, really going to help to make sure that your site does the best it possibly can for its keywords, because you really, really want that organic search engine traffic, because it's a great way of creating some extra money. I mean, I've got sites that are like this, exact same sites that we're talking about creating here, that rank in the sort of top 5 and 10 for their keywords, and they sort of make each site makes sort of $100, $200 a week, and I don't do anything with them. They are sitting there in the top 10 and earning for me, because people type in keywords, go there, find the product, make a purchase. So massive potential there by making sure you do this. Now, there are tricks you can do, add some extra content, privacy page, earnings disclaimer, etc. You can even add in some articles to maximize your SEO and so on. So it depends upon your strategy as to exactly what you're going to do here, but certainly add the extra content if you want to. Now, one of the big questions obviously is, where do you host your files? This is actually a real issue, because video files can be quite large. If you're selling rights and you including the AVIs, then you can realistically expect a package of videos to be sort of a gig in size, 1 gigabyte. Now, that's a lot to download. So you need to be aware that people are going to want to download them. So that's a massive issue for you to consider. So the question of where to host your files is important, because it can put a huge strain on your resources. If you've got a reseller's account, you've got a limited amount of bandwidth and disk space. Now, obviously, this is expensive to buy. It can really add up. And if people are downloading a gig's worth of files at a time, it won't be long before your bandwidth is gone. And it comes up with a horrid screen that says this account has been suspended for going over its bandwidth, which is the last thing that you want. So you don't want to run out of bandwidth or disk space, because it can cause huge problems and really ruin a product launch. So you can host your files on somewhere called Amazon S3. Now, if you do a search, you'll find out information about it. Now, again, we're not going to show you exactly how you do it, because that's something you can work out yourself, but it's a great place to host your video files. It's incredibly cheap. I think on one of my Amazon S3 accounts, I've got probably about 5 or 6 gigs worth of video files. They charge me $5 a month for it. You know, it's nothing, absolutely nothing. So, you know, it's such a cheap way of hosting your files that you'd be a fool to put them on your own server. You know, you really, really would. It's obviously, it's highly redundant, it's very reliable, and it's very, very fast. You know, one thing I found when I was hosting files on my own server is that people complain about download speeds. If you had lots of people trying to download all at once, then obviously the download speeds are really, really, really bad. So you need to put your video files on there simply because it's going to free up a lot of your resources, and particularly if you're planning on delivering a large number of files. You know, if you got, you know, 50 odd meg of files, maybe not so much, but definitely for a large number of video files, put them up on Amazon S3. It will save you a fortune and really, really speed up delivery. And it's going to minimize your support again because people can get hold of the files very, very quickly and easily. So you've got to remember to secure your S3 buckets as well. Amazon stores files in what's called a bucket. Now these buckets have to be secured, because there are people out there that obviously will work out what your bucket's called and help themselves to your files, which is a massive problem for you. So yeah, make sure you secure those Amazon S3 buckets and you will be fine. You know, as I said, it's a fantastic way for you to host your files, and one that I strongly recommend that you use. So you know, that's all you need to do, and once you've done that, you've put it all together, it's ready to go, then obviously you can go off and start promoting your files, recruiting joint ventures, getting affiliates and so on, and starting to make money from your package. So yeah, it's a fantastic way of doing that. As I said, putting it all together like this, you've got something that can really earn for you on autopilot. You know, as I said, get it ranking for its organic keywords, so you're getting this organic search engine traffic, and you can make some really, really good money from it. It's very, very powerful indeed. And if you get them ranking well, then it's a passive income. Set up 10, 15 of these sites, and you can be making, you know, $100 odd per site a week realistically, and that adds up to a lot of money. So, you know, bear this all in mind, put it all together, test it, host your files somewhere secure, and then, you know, you're sorted and you can start earning from your video product.